All right. So I get this message on Gmail from this guy named Paul. Now, Paul, he's in this college course with this professor who thinks he's really smart, but he's really a fucking jackass. Because as a thought experiment, the professor he asks us this question. He's like, if you could do everything or anything for a period of 24 hours, what would you do? Now, the entire point of this entire stupid question is if you say, yeah, I'd run around and have sex with every chick that I could find, then the professor's just going to go, oh, well, if your passion is having lots of casual sex, you should go into the adult entertainment industry. And if you're like, oh, I'd run around and steal a sports car and drive around, the professor's like, oh, well, if you like driving fast cars, you should become a NASCAR driver, stupid shit like that. But anyway, this guy gets a hold of me and he's like, what should I say? This question seems stupid, but I want to say something that sounds smart, but yet isn't ridiculous. So I shoot back, okay, I can do anything I want for 24 hours? Why only 24 hours? What's with the time limit? And the guy shoots back. He's like, okay, fine. There is no time limit. You can just do whatever you want to whoever you want for however, as long as you want. What's the first thing that you do? And I'm like, okay, so I can do whatever I want to whoever I want for as long as I want. But what's stopping the police from arresting me for doing these things? And then there's this long pause, and he comes back with like, okay, here's what I got. You picked up one of the Infinity Stones. The Infinity Stone gives you the ability to do whatever you want, however you want, for as long as you want, and it has the ability to brainwash people, so if the cops see you doing something bad, the stone automatically kicks in and makes them ignore you. I'm like, oh, okay, so I have an Infinity Stone, which has the ability to let me do whatever I want for as long as I want to whoever I want. And it also has the ability to make any authority figure just look the other way. And he was like, yeah, basically. And I was like, huh, so I can do whatever I want to whoever I want for as long as I want, but the police won't get involved. And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, well then I guess the first thing I would do is I'd get a hold of a big giant house. And he's like, why would you want a big giant house? I was like, because I'm gonna need a large house for the next thing that I want to do. And he's like, wait, so going up to someone and confiscating their giant house is just a precursor for the thing that you would actually do? Yeah. Then I would go and get I would actually count how many separate bedrooms there were. So if there was like 17 spare bedrooms besides the bedroom that I took, I would then go and find 17 attractive Asian women, put them in each one of the rooms, and then I'd have sex with every single one of them. And he's like, wait, every single one of them all at once? I was like, no. No, not all at once. That would be ridiculous. I go up to a girl one, have sex with her, but I'd keep having sex with her until she got impregnated, and then I do that for girl two and girl three, and he's like, so basically you'd have 17 Asian women all impregnated. I was like, yeah, and he goes, why would you do that? I was like, wait, you said I could do whatever I wanted to. You said I could do whatever I wanted to whoever I wanted for as long as I wanted. You didn't say that I had to explain why I would do what I had to do. And he's like, well, that may be so, but I'm still wondering why you do that. And I'm like, well, basically because I have a thing for Asians. I just look at some Asian chick and I'm like, damn, that's a fine piece of ass. And he was like, oh, so you got yellow fever? And I was like, yeah, basically. And then he's like, so you'd have the power to do anything. You could even enact world peace, but instead of doing that, you'd go out and find a bunch of Asian bitches and knock them all up. And I'm like, yeah, of course. Why not? And then he's like, okay, is there anything else that you would do after knocking up a whole bunch of Asian bitches? And I just sat there and I was like, huh, you know what? Shit, I don't know what I would do after knocking up a whole bunch of Asian bitches. I mean, as long as I'd be able to supply those Asian bitches with all the food and water and necessities that they needed. I don't know what other things I would need to do. I mean, I wouldn't do anything ridiculous. I wouldn't go to Mars and plant a flag with my name on it on the planet and take a selfie with it. That'd just be outrageously ridiculous, and a lot of people would be like, "Oh, that's fake. There's no fucking way he was on Mars." And I wouldn't go to the moon and take a whole bunch of photographs of the planet and then show them to the flat Earth people and be like, "See, you were wrong, motherfuckers." I wouldn't do that. That would just be fucking retarded. I could show those stupid asses a billion pictures. I could have I could literally have live footage of me jumping off the fucking surface of the Earth, flying through space, and landing on the moon, and then turning around and show the Earth being round, and those fuckers would be like, "That's fake. That's fake." If anything, I might find the flat Earth people and then put them on the moon and be like, "Look, it's the Earth being all round and shit." And then they turn around to look at the planet being all around, and then I just leave. They'd be like, "Shit, we're on the moon, and the guy who brought us here just fucking left. What the fuck are we gonna do?" And then the one person who's actually kind of smart is like, "Well, we're probably gonna stand here until we run out of oxygen and die." And they'd be like, "Oh, fuck. We shouldn't have trusted that guy." And then the same guy's like, "Oh, you fucking think?" And let's see. And a lot of people would probably use like the power of the Infinity Stone to like ensure world peace by like doing an overwhelming amount of destruction. They'd be like, "Yeah, look what I did. You knock off all this fighting and wars and shit, or that'll happen to you." I don't think I would do that, because let's say I had the Infinity Stone and I had like overwhelming power to just destroy whatever I wanted, and I go over to Russia and I go to their wait, their prime minister or their president or their king. I don't even give a fuck who runs it, but I just go to the person who runs it, that Vladimir Putin guy, and I'd be like, listen here, you stop what you're doing, or I'll kill you. And he'd probably be like, oh, you don't have the balls, and then he sees me grab one of his staff members and rip his head off, and then he'd be like, oh shit, he's serious. But the thing is that there would be peace until I died. Like I'd be on my deathbed and I'd have to hand the stone over to one of my dozens of kids, and I'd be like, take this stone and look after the humans. And then I die, and then my son's like, fuck that shit, I'm gonna use this stone to get paid and laid. And then meanwhile, President Putin's ancestors are like, yeah, did you hear that? The new stone guy, he's just using the power of the stone to get laid and paid. So we don't have to worry about him anymore. We can do whatever the fuck we want. So like, yeah, basically there'd be peace until I was out of the picture, and then they'd just go back to whatever the fuck they wanted to do. But then again, I don't even know if they'd go back to war after I died, unless they were fucking stupid or something. They're like, yeah, you remember like 75 years ago when we invaded what the fuck was the name of the country back then? Shit, I don't even remember. Anyway, we invaded this piece of shit country, and we were taking it over until the Infinity Stone guy stopped us. But now that he's gone, we can go in there and take it over for ourselves. And then people are like, wait, you're going to go in there and take over the country that has the world's largest whorehouse now? And they're like, wait, when did they get the world's largest whorehouse? Oh, they got that, shit, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years ago? And they're like, oh, shit, well, we can't invade that crap now. All the people that are customers of those prostitutes will get mad at us. Like, meanwhile, the current president of the United States is getting his dick sucked by some prostitute. And they look over and they see the current president going, you better not be about to do what I think you're about to do. And they're like, oh, shit. And even if the stone like gave me the ability to instantly transport anywhere, like Goku, with its instant transmission, I don't even think I would use it that much. I'd be, maybe if I was like sitting there and I was watching like TV, and all of a sudden I had to piss, but the bathroom is like on the other side of the house, then maybe I'd just go and appear in the bathroom. But unless like someone gave me like a really good reason, I'd probably just use my instant transmission powers for like stupid shit. I'd be sitting there and like one of my wives is like, we're out of milk, go get milk. And I'd be like, I'd just appear in the shopping center, grab a thing of milk and be like, and zip back and like, here's your milk. People would be like, hey, listen, we want to go to Mars and put this thing on there to detect if there's any microscopic organisms on the planet. And I'd be like, that sounds fucking stupid. Why would I want to be involved in that? The moment I appear on the planet, I'm going to suffocate to death. And they'd be like, okay, could you put this spacesuit on and go there? And I'd be like, I really don't feel like it. And they'd be like, okay, we'll build this statue of you and put it on the planet if you put this thing on there for us. And I appear on Mars with my spacesuit on, and I put the thing down, and I'm like, there, I did it. Wait, how the fuck are they gonna get the statue on fucking Mars? oh god damn it, I'm gonna have to fucking put that shit up here, ain't I? And they're like, haha, we got you. And I'm like, ugh, whatever. And then I warp back, and then they're sitting there, hey, listen, do you remember the Apollo lander that's on the moon? What about it? Can you go get it? No, fuck that shit. Leave the Apollo lander alone. Why the fuck do you want the Apollo lander anyway? Well, there's this guy in Congress. He thinks that the moon landing was a hoax. Oh, I'll solve this real quick. I'll walk up to him. Hey, Congressman dipshit. Are you the one that said that the moon landing was a hoax? And he's like, yeah, I am. I just grab him. And then he disappears, I disappear, and then I come back, and they're like, hey, where's the congressman? Oh, he thought that the moon landing was a hoax, so I put him in the Apollo moon lander, and I left him there. They're like, you're gonna go back for him, right? No. He's gonna stay on the moon. I hope he enjoys his new accommodation for the next 10,000 years. They're like, what do you mean the next 10,000 years? I was like, think about it. It's the fucking moon. Stuff doesn't deteriorate. After he dies, his dead fucking body's going to be in the moon lander for all time. And they're like, oh, shit, yeah. And then I could honestly see the government coming up to us and go, listen, we found out that Germany has cloned Hitler. Take him out for us. And I'm like, wait, hold the fucking phone. Germany cloned Hitler, and you're just finding out about it? And they'd be like, yeah, we kind of fucked up on that one. I'm like, wait, the only reason you probably want me to take him out is because he's an adult, isn't he? And he's having those previous Hitler-y thoughts, isn't he? I'm like, the thing that I'm wondering is, when Hitler was born or cloned, why didn't you take him out then? Oh, we didn't know about it. We only recently found out about it because somebody snapped a picture of him on social media. And I'm like, wait, so the only reason that you guys know about Hitler's clone is because someone took a picture of him? What the hell was he doing? Oh, he was buying, what? Let's see. Oh, sauerkraut. Hitler was buying sauerkraut, and somebody snapped a picture of him. I was like, why the fuck was Hitler, buying sauerkraut for? I thought German people ate, sausages and bratwurst and shit. Why is, the clone of Hitler buying sauerkraut for? And they'd be like, oh, this Hitler's a vegan. Wait, this Hitler is a vegan? He only eats, like, vegetables and shit? Yeah. So he's basically a vegetarian, but worse? Yeah. Oh, don't worry, I'll take care of him. And then I kind of just, like, go and disappear, and then Hitler's sitting there going, what kind of sauerkraut should I get today? And I just grab him and go, and then Hitler isn't seen for years. And then one day someone's sitting there and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And they're like, what? I saw Hitler's clone the other day. And they're like, really? We thought he was dead. Where did you see him? Oh, he was on the World Wrestling Entertainment show. You know, WWE. He's a wrestler now. And then everyone's like, boo, we hate you, Hitler. Because the WWE always has, like, that one wrestler that everybody hates. Like for a while, Vince McMahon was this character that everyone despised. So if I put Hitler's clone on the WWE, everyone would hate him. They'd be like, "Fuck you, Hitler! I hope you get your fucking ass beat." But because I've been training Hitler for the last 5 years, Hitler's all buff and shit. He's like, "I'm gonna kick your American asses," and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Hitler's kicking John Cena's son's ass." He'd be like the best WWE heel in ever. People would be like, "Oh my God, Hitler, he's whooping everyone's ass. I can't believe this. I hate this shit so much." That's another thing that I'm wondering about is that a lot of wrestlers are transitioning over to movies. You got like John Cena. You got The Rock. I think, yeah, and then Kane. I think even The Undertaker was in a couple of movies too. So I'm wondering if the WWE would even be around in the future. But yeah, anyway, I could see I could see like Hitler's clone being in the WWE and becoming like shit. I don't know, like Kane used to be back in the day, because Kane used to be like this guy that everyone hated because he just show up and whoop the fuck out of everyone, and there was nothing anybody could do about it. But yeah, if Hitler became a WWE wrestler, he'd be like universally hated. But there would always be that one guy who's like, is that like part of Hitler's persona, or does he actually act that way in real life? But then again, I don't think Hitler would be in the WWE that long, because just like with other wrestlers, some guy shows up with a gun and assassinates Hitler again. Like basically, some guys, like some overzealous WWE fan shows up with like a Smith and Wesson and blows Hitler's fucking head off in the parking lot. And someone's like, "Oh my God, the actor Hitler got his fucking head blown off by a fan. I can't believe this." And the person's like, "Wait, that was an actor? Oh shit, I'm in trouble now." And then the guy gets sentenced to life in prison for killing Hitler's clone. Look, yeah, we know it was Hitler, but up until now, he hadn't committed any crimes. So you murdered a man for no reason. He's like, "Oh dear God, no!" And then he's in jail for life for murdering Hitler. And then this white supremacist guy goes, "So you killed Hitler, huh? I'll fucking show you what happens to people that kill Hitler." And then before he knows it, he's got a cock in his ass. He's like, "No! The pain, no!" And then someone's like, "Well, that sucks to be that guy. He got a big dick in his ass. He should have known better." But yeah, basically, if I had an Infinity Stone and I could basically do whatever I wanted, however I wanted, to whoever I wanted, I'd just basically get a big house with a bunch of hot Asian bitches in it. And other than providing them with food and shit and just hanging out, I probably wouldn't do basically anything else. Because even if like I had a helicopter, I'm not gonna be flying around in it and being like, "Yeah, I got a helicopter. Fuck you, motherfuckers." Because why would I need a helicopter if I could just like instantaneously go anywhere I wanted? I wouldn't need a helicopter. Wouldn't need a private jet. I Hell, I wouldn't even need a car. Wouldn't need a bicycle either. Basically, every mode of transportation you could think of, I wouldn't need it because I could just go pew and go back basically anywhere. And with if I could instant transmission anywhere I wanted, and the cops purposely were ignoring me, I could just poof into the store and take whatever I wanted. So I actually wouldn't need money. I could just go in any place that I wanted and just take whatever I needed. Like one of my Asian bitches could be like, I want the PlayStation 5, and I just go just up here in the store and just bust open the display case, take it, and be like and disappear and be like, here you go. But basically, yeah, basically that's all I would need. If I could just go anywhere and be anywhere, it would be useful to gather things that I needed. But other than that, I probably wouldn't be doing shit. I'd just be hanging out with my Asian bitches watching TV. Even if I had like an absurd amount of power, I'd be doing basically the same shit that I do every day, except I'd have a bunch of Asian bitches around, and my house would be like 2 times bigger than it normally would be. So yeah, that's basically what I have to say about that fucking stupid question. I don't even know why his dumbass professor asked that retarded ass question.